leaning towards Daniels having a more Bryce Young than C.J. Stroud year because of the weapons around him. Interesting take.
Yeah.
What's the biggest threat outside of Terry McLaurin? Scary Terry, as they call him.
Yeah, but I tell you, Jayden Daniels, he has pinpoint accuracy. He's a better quarterback than Bryce Young is. He just is. He was a better quarterback last year than Bryce Young ever was at Alabama, in my opinion. The thing that Jayden Daniels can do that Bryce Young can't is this, the rush, the take off from the pocket, where most quarterbacks might get 7 yards, he's going to get 17. He's just incredibly fast. He's elusive. He's slippery. He's smart when he runs. He finds the open lane. He gets the most yardage possible before sliding down, going out of bounds, etc. He's just a very smart, cerebral quarterback. So between that and his pinpoint accuracy as a passer, I think Jayden Daniels is going to be the best quarterback out of this draft period. Better than Caleb Williams, better than J.J. McCarthy, Drake May, Michael Penix, Bo Nix. He's going to be the best, in my opinion. I absolutely loved him from the time really Rachaad White told me about him when he was transferring from Arizona State to LSU. And I watched him his junior year at LSU and then last year, and I've just been a big fan. And you know who else was big fans of Jayden Daniels? The Buccaneers. They really liked him too, going back to that first year at LSU. So he's the real deal. I think he is going to be more like C.J. Stroud in terms of his impact. Now, I get what you're saying in terms of the weapons, but here's a great point. And we saw this, Matt, last year. Tank Dell was an okay rookie wide receiver.
So.
Right.
Right.
And then you throw Noah Brown was wide receiver 3, right? Nico Collins was kind of like a, unheralded wide receiver 1, but he made those players good.
Yes.
And that's what greatness does. Greatness makes average good. It makes good great. And I saw that firsthand living in Kansas City. John Elway hardly had anybody to throw to, but he was John Elway. He elevated everybody around him. And that's what Jayden Daniels is. He is an elevator. And he is going to elevate the play of McLaurin. Keep an eye on Ben Sennett from my alma mater, Kansas State. Yep. He's a player. He's a player. I think he's the next Sam Laporta. Brian Robinson in the running game. They've got a lot of sneaky good weapons in Washington, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow because we have our show tomorrow that's really dedicated to that. But there's a lot for Jayden Daniels to work with, but it's the legs, the escapability and the mobility that he has over Bryce Young that I think is going to make
exactly. It's his legs helping him be successful, but not just being a guy that is going to tuck in and run. Like you just mentioned C.J. Stroud a moment ago. C.J. Stroud is very mobile, and I think one of his best abilities, and you see it with Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is great for several reasons, but you saw it with Jayden Daniels too, is that just buying a couple of extra seconds by getting out of the pocket, avoiding a sack, and letting receivers, because once everything breaks down, you extend the play by a couple of seconds, a receiver is able to break off of the guy if it's man-to-man or find that pocket in the zone, and that's what Daniels is going to be able to do, even if he doesn't have the top guys. I mean, some of the other receivers besides Terry McLaurin, you have Luke McCaffrey, Christian McCaffrey's brother, so there's speed there. Olamides Zaccheaus, who played for the Falcons previously, who the Bucs are a little familiar with. You mentioned the running backs. Also, Austin Eckler, who somehow finds a way, one way or another. So, if anything, Washington has speed on this offense, starting with the quarterback, which can really help them on Sunday against the Bucs.